episode of NASCAR Massachusetts on the Saturday Chat Roach, along with the Masshole, James Sullivan.
Saturday, motherfuckers.
And we got a lot to talk about, but first, I just wanted to say for last week's episode, anybody that watched, I hope you guys enjoyed that. We had a good time, needless to say.
Needless to say,
they were awesome. Brad, Craig, what was the other fucking asshole's name there?
Fuck, you know, I forgot their names when they walked out the fucking doors. All I remember is needless to say, needless to say, needless to say, needless to say. Alright, I remember that, but I forgot your fucking names. Sorry, guys.
I actually do remember. I'm just having a brain fart, but I love you guys. And I'm not feeling a little bit under the weather. I still got an ear infection. I cannot hear anything on this ear, so don't be afraid to yell a little bit towards me.
Okay.
Alright. Well, let's get into some fucking NASCAR.
Right?
I think this is what we do.
Well, we're here for it.
Alright, Daytona!
Wow. They had the little one, they had the big one, and then they said, holy shit one.
Yeah, do I want to talk about that now or no?
I mean,
about how I felt about that accident, because you're gonna need to be quiet for when I say what I want to say, because I have very, very, very good things. Not very good things to say actually about what I saw on that record. So I mean,
might as well just get into it. It's on everybody's mind anyways. Just get into it.
Ryan Newman. First of all, thank fucking God.
Yeah.
Thank you that he's okay. Earnhardt, thank you, buddy, looking out for him up there. That's the number one. Thank God for safety. Thank God for all that. NASCAR. You made a big mistake. You let Ryan Newman sit there for how long? You know, how long did it take those guys to get to the car? I actually saw someone at work today that was at the 500. He was right near where that crash happened. He said, TV's didn't show how long it took the trucks to get there. And I actually saw a video what they did. They took their little time. NASCAR, shame on you for having people, if you're going to do a whole freaking safety crew, why don't you hire a bunch that, you know, the driver's seat every single week that go with the team that are fast, paced, right there on time. These guys were not. Newman could have died at any time during that. I am very upset with the way that NASCAR handled that with the safety crews. You guys, shame on you. You guys are the idiots award of the week.
Yep.
You NASCAR, you were the idiots award of the week because you guys were not there. And he should have been there he should have been out of there fucking faster than anything. Shame on you guys for not doing that. Another thing is, everybody, shame on all of you, and all of you can fucking evolve us if you don't agree, because shame on all of you and anybody else that has a problem with Denny Hamlin celebrating because he did not know what was going on towards the end. You're gonna yell at Michael Waltrip when he was celebrating the Daytona 500 when Dale Earnhardt died? I didn't hear anybody say, oh, what a bad person he was. All right, and then second of all, don't blame Ryan Blaney. He even said himself he was trying to help him, and you all gonna blame him for Frank? Dude, shame on anybody who says that was a freaking someone's fault. That was no one's fault. It was a racing incident. Fuck all of you for everyone saying that. And you know what? I'm not gonna stand for any of it. Okay, it was a racing incident. And no one's fault. Thank God it was okay. Shame on NASCAR for not being there responsive, and shame on all of you for blaming another driver for something that happens. That's just Daytona.
Well, I can safely say I've never seen a car get hit like that. That was a freak accident that, you know, you could have 20 more wrecks like that right at the finish line and they won't get hit in the same way. Not like that. They go up into the catch fence, they go do this, they go do that, but to get hit in the driver's side window like that, at that speed, that closing rate, it'll never happen again.
Did you see when that car went up, how it crunched in on him? Crunched in on him.
The fucking passenger side window blew out on impact. That's how hard that wreck was.
When he went sideways, that car was already on 2 wheels.
I mean, it was ridiculously fucking insane. I mean, there's a lot of different things that can happen in a NASCAR wreck on the finish line. And guess what? We just found yet another one. Hello.
I blame NASCAR for not being there fast enough, but I praise NASCAR for the safety. My God, have we come a long way, guys.
Yeah, if that was fucking...
My God, have we come a long way.
You know...
If that was back in the day, dude, he's dead. That was back when, what was it, Davey Ellison, I think it was, when the Talladega blew the tire.
It could have been the Earnhardt 90s era.
No, this wreck was, I mean, if back in the day, it probably would have been fatal, but thank God the way the NASCAR safety is, the way the rules are, the way I just don't know what to say. It was just, It was a racing incident. It's the Daytona 500.
Right. Absolutely. I mean,
you can't blame anyone. You can't blame anybody for winning. Come on, you can't blame Denny Hamlin for celebrating. He won the Daytona fucking 500 back
the
to back.
second closest finish in fucking Daytona history.
Other than the other one that he won, that he actually got, that was the first against Truex.
I mean, it's just...
Denny Hamlin knows how to fucking drive restrictor plate credit. Congratulations, Denny Hamlin, for winning the Daytona 500, man.
Yeah,
awesome job. Congratulations.
You did your fucking job.
So
did I want you to win? No, but you did.
As much as that's the weird thing.
Fucking picked him.
That's a weird thing, didn't I?
He was one of your picks. I was like, I saw all the wrecks happening throughout the day, this, that, and the other thing, and I'm seeing all of his picks get picked off. Bing, and this one, that one, this one. His dark horse goes out. The Benedetto, he's gone. I mean...
Oh, that was all in one wreck, by the way.
Right. And the last one, the last horse he has in the race wins the fucking thing. So, that's off to you. Good fucking pick.
Well, hey, hats off to me, because I was like, yeah, Denny, but yeah, man, I want to see someone else kind of fucking win it, if you know what I mean. Like, no offense, I love Denny as my third favorite driver. Jimmy, Brad, Denny, that's always how it's going to be. But, I kind of wanted to see someone else win it. I actually wanted to see Ross Chastain win it more than anybody towards the end. I was like, let's go Chastain, and then, bam! And then you got Slowly Logano over there fucking wrecking everybody, so, right? Dude! Okay, how is this that out of all the cars and out of all the wrecks, how did my two favorite drivers end up next to each other, collide and crash? Brad and Jimmy. How the fuck does that happen?
It's called the
Just
big
like,
one.
alright.
It happens.
Like, yeah, but out of all the cars, them two are together, wrecking on the back straight away. Fucking because of Slowly fucking Logano.
Right.
I'm starting not to like Joey Logano, really.
Starting to?
Okay, I really don't like Joey Logano. The way he doesn't like Kyle is the way I'm gonna start talking about Joey Logano.
Fucking Kyle smoking around the
Alright, so now we can add three drivers to our bucket list that you're down the dump step on. We got Wreckham, fucking Eric Jones, we got Kyle Busch, and then we got Mr. fucking, man, I hate
Slowly Logano.
So, fuck
Kyle Busch, front bumper Jones, and Slowly Logano. And front bumper Jones did it again this week, didn't he?
Oh, dude.
And he fucking ran somebody completely over. I mean, just boom, kept going.
Well, he actually, I would say Eric Jones probably had a... You know what? Actually, Kyle Busch, what a bitch move again, Mr. I blew my engine, so let me run around the track fucking 5 laps with a blown engine and just put oil everywhere.
Right.
Cool, Kyle. And then remember that little...
This is Kyle's mentality. His engine's blowing up. He knows it. So he goes around the track, fucking smoke billowing out of his car, just so everybody will look at him. That's it. See me? See? This is my moment this year. This is my moment. Smoke everywhere. That's all he had, so he did it to the
test
of
grade. Though, and I have to say that kind of has a little tendency of fucking doing that, knowing something's wrong, and fuck it, let's just see what happens. Denny Hamlin. For instance, the Clash. Knew he had a fucking tire down, but fuck it, let's just go, green flag it, let's go into turn fucking 3, and fuck it. Daytona 500 a couple years ago against fucking, remember Bubba Wallace? No, I blew my tire. Bullshit, you just put him in the wall. The year before that, with fucking Chase Elliott, yeah, sorry man, you just got loose, and next thing you know, he had his fucking bumper up his ass, spinning him. Yep, he had an excuse for that. See, even though you're one of my favorites, you're still fucking Denny. You know how to get away with some shit too, you and Kyle.
Yeah, well, hell,
even though you guys don't like each other,
they fucking rub off on each other.
Well, you know what? He needs to rub off on all of them. It's Truex, because that's the only fucking gentleman there. When it comes to that sense, Denny and fucking Truex are the guys, and Kyle, obviously those three. And then like Eric Jones is like, you're like, yeah, I'm here, and I'm just happy to have a ride, kind of thing. I feel like,
right?
You know what I mean? Well, he's better than Daniel Suarez. We all know that. So.
Oh, fucking Suarez.
Suarez gets kicked out of the 19, kicked out of the 41, gets wrecked out of the Daytona 500. He ain't even in it.
He got wrecked in the
duels. We were there. Yeah, needless to say, I looked up and said, hey guys, see that guy? He ain't gonna make it. And they're like, oh really? But yeah, that guy went from a freaking Stewart Haas racing team to the no D team. Not to even the Daytona. What? Poor Daniel Suarez.
Your ass is gonna be sore after this weekend.
No, your ass is gonna be sore after the off. Not even that, dude. His ass should be sore after the off season. Rookies weren't really a factor.
No, they weren't.
Nothing. No.
Well, didn't even really race each other, but I didn't think.
No, they didn't really do anything. Cole Custer was kind of quiet all day. I saw Christopher Bell show up every now and then he faded
I
back.
didn't think they were going to be a factor.
Tyler Reddick was all over the place. He was trying to do something, but I'm pretty sure he ended up in the wall at one point.
Yeah, we're gonna see this rookie battle really materialize until like the 4th or 5th race.
Yeah, they need. Yeah, Daytona was just fucking.
But Daytona's a fucking wild card, anyways. Doesn't matter which way you fucking want to look at it.
Daytona was crazy. Not even that, just the whole series around the truck race, the way that ended.
Right.
With what's his name, Anderson and Enfinger.
Right.
Enfinger. Congratulations, Enfinger. Dude, that was pretty cool.
Yeah, that was a good race. Fucking did not see how the Xfinity race was gonna fucking end like it did, but it did. And I
bunch of wrecks in that one too. Yep.
And it was, I saw a bunch of names up there. I had no idea who the fuck they were.
I'll tell you what though, Junior Motorsports owns fucking Daytona.
Oh yeah,
he's won there the last 5-6 years now with the driver.
Yeah,
no, different this year. Junior Motorsports.
Different drivers every freaking year too.
I'll tell you what, Junior as a driver was awesome, but he doesn't have as much accolades as he does as a car owner.
Yeah,
he has more championships as a car owner than as a driver.
His Xfinity team is fucking ridiculous.
All of them are, yeah. As long as he gets the good drivers. I mean, and then he does. I like how he's helped out back in the. He's helped guys like Regan Smith actually. He's a legit driver. I like Regan Smith, but he's helped out guys like Michael Lynette, Elliott Sadler,
right.
Tyler Reddick came in for a year. Brian Keselowski was part of that for a while. There was so many. I can go back and there's a lot of guys that came up from Junior Motorsports that were fucking legit. So. Absolutely, dude.
Yeah, we got fucking Vegas coming up this weekend. Mm-hmm. That's going to be fucking very interesting with, who the hell is in the 6 car?
My dude, Ross Chastain.
Ross Chastain.
Ross Chastain,
the 6 car.
I'm going to be doing
Ryan Newman.
This is the first time I'm actually really excited about the 6 car back since Mark. Really?
I was excited about the 6 car all day, right up until he got fucking T-boned going across the finish line.
I was actually happy for Newman. I thought he was actually going to win. I'm like, that would have been.
I thought he was legit. I thought he was going to win.
That would have been
got spun. I was like,
he would have been a 2-time Daytona 500 champion.
And he fucking finished 5th.
8th. 5th. Kevin Harvick finished 5th.
5th.
Nope. You crossed the line 8th. Upside down. Kevin Harvick had finished 5th.
I could have sworn I saw the headline. He finished 5th.
Harvick finished 5th. He finished 8th.
Oh, well, it wasn't the stat hole.
Yeah, you see the faces, so I'm like, yeah, no, shut the fuck up, but yeah, I'm right. He was 8th. I know.
8th.
And actually,
fine, you're right.
Actually, technically, they had him scored 4th when he crossed the line, but that was obviously wrong because he was flipping on the back straight away. Flipping on coming in the line, so.
Yeah, he was upside down, so they had to put him.
But he was 8th. He did finish officially 8th. But the question is, I'd like to ask about that back to Newman. Will he race again?
We don't know. I don't know the extent of his injuries. I know he had like bleeding on the brain and swelling of the brain. I mean, it's a grade 3 concussion. That's what they show up.
Now, for everybody that isn't asking, like a hardcore fan that's been watching as long as we have, if you know, do you know when his rookie year was?
No.
Just ask a question. Okay, 2002. Who else rookie year was that?
Jimmy Johnson.
Absolutely. Who won rookie of the year that year?
Ryan Newman.
Absolutely. Who won 7 poles and got the nickname Rocket Man that year?
Ryan Newman.
Ryan Newman started becoming something big back in 2002 when Jimmy Johnson was taken off. Now Johnson, he's overshadowed him. The reason why I'm talking about these two is because they started together, and it's almost going to sound like it's going to be fit. They're going to end together because this is Jimmy Johnson's last year, and Newman is he's one of the old. Kevin Harvick, Ryan Newman, Jimmy Johnson, and Kurt Busch are the old godfathers of the old early thousands, late 90s. That's it. This is it. Like this is, you know what I mean? So I could see Ryan Newman going back in the sunset, especially having a horrific accident like that. I think maybe it'd be a good year to hang it up now.
Maybe.
But Ryan Newman being Newman?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I mean, if there's even a shot of him, I mean, what was fucking Dale Earnhardt's buddy there that died?
Neil Bonnet.
Neil Bonnet. He had a fucking bad wreck.
At Daytona, he was practicing in 1993.
Is that the one that killed him, or is
Yes, that was the one that killed him. He was practicing the number.
No, before that, he left racing because of a wreck. Am I wrong?
It was at Darlington back in 1990, maybe 1989. He ended
Yeah,
up
and
wreck.
he comes back when he shouldn't have because basically he had a
Yeah, he ended up spinning out. Neil Bonnet, I believe, he was driving the number 21 Wood Brothers car at the time, I believe. And he ended up spinning out, wrecking, and a bunch of cars just came around the corner, just hit him. I believe Waltrip was able to get out of it. I remember vaguely watching the race, and I remember Earnhardt was the man that day. Earnhardt was the man that day.
Right.
Earnhardt got out and won the race, but I remember him just saying, "Is Neil okay? Neil okay?" on the radio.
Right.
I remember hearing about that. But yes, Neil Bonnet.
Yeah, so he had a brain injury that put him out. But this is a different day, different age. Fucking medical is light years away from where it was. So I don't know the extent of his brain injuries. I mean, I've been hit hard and I've had brain bleeding. I mean,
well, if we're gonna look at that, look at Dale Earnhardt Jr.
I had no memory for like a month and a half walking around, fucking joking around with people, but I didn't remember it for a month and a half because I was that badly concussed.
Well, I was gonna say, look at Dale Earnhardt Jr. Remember how many he got hit around
right?
And it made him go, and he didn't have a wreck like Newman's.
I mean,
you know what I mean?
Syndrome is no fucking joke.
Yes.
This is what I'm saying.
Yes.
This is no fucking joke.
Absolutely, dude. I agree with you on that. Absolutely, dude.
I mean, you get hit that hard in the head. I've had more concussions than I can really count. Because I can't.
And concussions are out of all injuries, that is one thing to see your brain being bruised and hurt. It's no fucking joke. NFL, NHL, NBA, it doesn't matter. MLB, with
fucking
anything.
soccer. I don't care what it is.
It doesn't matter what sport. I don't even care if it's
attention.
cricket, fucking anything. You get hit with any of those balls, or football, basketball, baseball, anything like that. Just anything. Car. The concussion for anybody, even for anybody like you at home, just play backyard football, it's just not good for your health, it's not good for your brain, and you know what, at the end of the day, no matter what, you damage your brain no matter what. At the end of the day, you're fucking your brain.
Even if you go through the concussion protocols and you do everything right, guess what? The damage is done. You just can't make it worse. I mean, that's what Ryan Newman is going through right now, is how much worse can it be? How long do I have to be up? Or do I have to quit?
And you gotta think about it. When you get a concussion, what that means is your brain moves around in your head and smash on your skull. Think about that for a second.
There's no cushioning inside your skull.
Your brain is not meant to move in that area.
Right.
It's just, concussions are not joking. I'm glad we're talking about this, because, you know what I mean?
It is no joke. I mean, I've had a fucking fractured skull. I know how bad it is. It's fucking horrible. I know the pain, and I'm not going to say that I know what Ryan Newman went through, because I don't know what he went through. He was the one in the car. He's the one dealing with it. So, but I have been very badly hurt, and I know how long it takes to come back from it.
No, and it's just... Yeah, I mean, we can't, even though we talked about everything else, we just can't get away from that Ryan Newman wreck. It fucked it, dude, it's fucked. It's fucked. But, Daytona was crazy. Daytona was awesome. I enjoyed it, even though the circumstances,
I watched it again today.
It had the drama, it had the excitement, it had the crazy finish, it had you on your feet, it had you sad, it had you crying, it had you happy, it
had you bored.
It was a great, yeah.
The fucking president was there, hello.
So it had a little bit of everything for the Daytona 500, and 2020 Daytona 500 was locked in the books. And now, let's get ready for the real fucking season starting at Viva Las Vegas!
Vegas!
Alright, let's get some fucking favorites.
Favorites.
Let's do some picks before we get off here, because, let's talk a little bit about Vegas. We got a little time. Let's talk about Vegas.
Right, I mean, fucking
What are you
Vegas.
excited about for Vegas? What do you see? What do you expect? What are you feeling suddenly at fucking Vegas?
When it comes to fucking Vegas, I always enjoy the fucking restarts at that fucking place. The restarts at that fucking track
can produce lightning
epic.
Yes, it can.
They're some of the most, because it's a wide track, it's fast, and there's a lot of different lines to run when you're got fresh tires. So you're gonna have fresh tire guys, and we're gonna have 3 instances of this where we got everybody stacked up, and they're gonna go, and they're gonna get 5 wide on the back stretch. It's gonna be some really cool racing on those. As far as that goes, they're gonna get strung out. They always do. It's gonna be long green flag runs, and the action like we had at Daytona. And it's probably
You're
going to
not
be
going
the
to see
rookies.
anything as crazy, but
It's probably going to be the rookies.
this is where now the NASCAR fans, hardcore fans like me and Sully, now this is where we all come into play. The season starts. Daytona, I don't care who you are. My sister doesn't even watch NASCAR. Or fucking this person, I'll make them watch that Daytona 500 and they'll go, that was fucking awesome.
Right.
That's that's like the Super Bowl. It's like anybody's like, I don't care, but I'll watch the Super Bowl because it's the biggest game. You know what I mean? Stanley Cup. You watch the Daytona 500 because it's fucking awesome.
Let me say it this way.
Yes.
It got, pushed back to Monday. I had to work Monday night. I'm bartending here on Monday nights. And I had a bar full of people that never watched Daytona or watched NASCAR at all.
Cut you out for a second before you says that. Tell them the backstory of Sunday. How me and you.
Oh, God.
No. Tell them on Sunday how me and you were so excited.
We were fucking excited. We were at his fucking place, and there we had fucking, at least it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We had 6 different screens set up to watch the race and all the information.
We had everything.
We had down cams. We had multiple cameras in cars. This, that, and the other thing. 20 laps is all we got. That was it.
Yeah, and me and him. We're freaking so excited. I'm like, oh, I can't wait to have you over. I made a fucking good thing for him. We were all excited. Me and him sitting. And all we got was 20 laps together. And then all of a sudden it started raining again. And me and him going, no. And then but of course it's Valentine's Day weekend. This man, this fucking married man over here, did this fucking awesome fucking, husband fucking duties. Went out with his wife. And I'm glad he did. But I was sitting there pissed. I'm like, man, this was our day. And then fucking, he had to work the next day, bartending here, and I was at home.
Work too.
Yeah, I had to work too, so actually, no, I didn't.
No?
No, I called out.
Alright, well, at least I was at my bar.
No, quick story about that. So I heard the race gets called out. What do? I call my boss, and I was perfectly, totally honest with him. I said, listen, I still have an ear infection, I'm still not feeling good, but on the side of that, do you mind if I just stay home and watch the Daytona 500 tomorrow? I'm like, I'm being honest, you can say no, I'll come into work, but I'm just going to be honest, I really want to watch this race, and work is just, I'm not going to be good at work if the race is on. Then my boss goes, stay home, have fun, I want you in good spirits, feel better, love you, Jay. That's all I got on my boss and said, thank you so much. And he ended up staying for me.
Nice.
So, thank you Joe, for letting me watch the Daytona 500, I totally appreciate that. That's awesome. That's crazy though. People know how much the race means to me, so it's cool that work knows that. So kid needs to watch it.
Right. Let's get on to some picks here, because we're almost out of time.
Picks. 4 dark horses, 3 favorites. No, actually, no, 4 and 4. Go.
4 and 4.
4 and 4.
At Vegas, I'm going to go with the 9.
Dark favorites?
My favorite is going to be Chase Elliott.
Could be dangerous.
Truex. And I'm going to go with Harvick.
Fuck! That's what I got. Fucking, I got Harvick on my ass. I'm saying right now.
And I'm going to go with a little bit of momentum. Denny Hamlin.
11, yep. Okay, darks.
Dark horses. The 6th car, Ross Chastain.
Shut the fuck up!
What? We both think the
You're
fucking
taking
same way.
half of my stuff! Alright, wow, okay.
Hey, we can double up our picks.
Spoiler alert! Apparently me and him have fucking half the same fucking people right now. Just saying. Go ahead, keep going. What else? You got Matt Benedetto in there too?
No, I'm gonna go with
Bubba Wallace.
No.
Ricky Stenhouse.
And the 48.
I'm not a dark horse.
You're a dark horse.
That was great. Okay, so you got Ricky Stenhouse. Alright. I got my favorites. Brian Keselowski. Kevin Harvick. By far. I don't want to say his name. Slowy.
22.
And I'm gonna go Chase too. I think Chase might have a hot rod. And bonus points. Whoever knows what we said. Bonus points. Whoever said he always had a hot rod before every track, every race. If anyone knows that, that's bonus points.
Okay.
Whatever. Anyway, Rusty Wallace. Anyway, get on myself. Dark horses. Fucking obviously, I'm going for fucking Ross Chastain. That's not a fucking joke. That's the bottom line. It's Chato. And Matty D, I don't know, I'm telling you, that 21 car, I mean, it's gonna be cool, man, I don't know, Matty D. Tyler Reddick. And I'm fucking going way out on this. Chris Buescher.
Okay. Bold statements there. Bold predictions.
That's fucking bold.
By NASCAR, Massachusetts. Let's see what happens with that shit, though.
Well,
is Arca running this year with this?
I don't know if Arca actually is gonna say it. Remember, everybody gotta watch out for Haley Deegan.
Right.
That's my girl.
I don't know if the trucks are running this weekend. I don't think so.
No, I'm not sure. See,
Xfinity's definitely.
Now, everyone has to give us a lot of, a little bit at the beginning here because the season, the schedule's all fucked up and changed.
Right.
Me and him are still trying to figure out what the fuck we're gonna do for Pocono weekend.
Right.
So, we got 2 fucking races that week. Like, that's weird.
Right.
We would think maybe we do a special, maybe do something, because that's different. Who's ever seen back-to-back? I've never seen back-to-back races like that.
Right. My DVR is gonna get a fucking workout.
I remember though, real quick before we go, I remember in 1998, the only cool thing I ever saw back-to-back I saw was that I guess it was, they had a huge hurricane in Daytona, so they couldn't do Daytona in July, they had to do it later on. Okay. So they had it in October, and so they had Talladega, and then they had Daytona. So it was like you had Talladega, and then all of a sudden, oh, we're going to another super speedway next week at Daytona. I wish that could happen every fucking day. Just Daytona, Talladega, Daytona, Daytona, Talladega, Talladega, Daytona. Who knows? Let's put some lights up.
They don't make enough cars for that.
Yeah, I know. They lose. Yeah, that's $1 billion fucking $1 trillion fucking cars.
Way too much.
All right. Any last words before we get off the air tonight? Anything else that we gotta think of or anything?
I'm just saying. Have a great week, people. We'll see you next week.
All right, we love you all.